Hello, my name is Damon, and in a normal year I'm usually working on ships as a guide, and often with Noble Caledonia. Unfortunately it's not a normal year this year, so instead we're offering virtual guided walks, and today we're back in the rainforest. So today we'll be exploring the subtropical rainforest of the higher altitude areas of southeast Queensland in Lamington National Park. And we'll be looking at the forest floor of the rainforest down here. So there's a few distinctive plants in the understory, and this is probably the most distinctive one, or one of the most recognisable ones. This one is the walking stick palm. Now it's not, you don't say walking stick palm, you say walking stick palm. And the reason for that is because it was used as a walking stick by early jungle explorers. Cut it off, and it's a nice convenient size, because this is the size it normally grows. In some rainforests around the world, the floor of the forest is very quiet, and it's fairly quiet at the moment, but quite often, and this is the subtropical rainforest, you actually hear quite a lot of bird calls, and particularly a lot of bird scrapings. And this bird is a type of lyrebird, and there's two different species. The famous one, of course, is the superb lyrebird of Victoria, New South Wales. But this one is the Albert's lyrebird, and it's restricted pretty much just to southeast Queensland. Now during the winter, they're very active in making their songs, and it gives them the reputation of being the most incredible songbird in the world. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's spring, so it's not calling, but we can see it feeding, and we can see the big feeder course scraping through the forest floor, but also you can see occasionally bits of that lyre tail that they use for display during the breeding season. And this bird also, along with the other species, have the distinction of being the biggest songbirds in the world. Of course, their songs are quite famous, and have been known to imitate all sorts of human sounds as well, such as chainsaws, and today things like mobile phones. Here they do a very good impression of Matthew McConaughey. So one of the cutest birds, and seems fairly common at the moment, is a little understory bird called the log runner. And you do indeed see them scurry along logs, but at the moment I'm sort of tracking them as they feed their way through the understory. And it's very cute how they do it. They sort of get in there like a little partridge, and they sort of kick all the leaf litter away with their feet, and the way they do it is at quite a funny little angle, and they're quite busy little birds. And unlike most other birds, they're unusual because the female is the more colourful one here. But I think what we're mostly looking at here is males. And here we have the biggest and most successful of the rainforest floor birds. This is the Australian brush turkey, and are successful in the rainforest, and also such a generalist, it's adapted really well to urban areas all throughout the region. And these belong to a family called the megapodes, which translates as big or large feet. And you can see those large feet now. And eventually, come the breeding season, they'll use those feet to build their nest. One of the biggest nests of any bird in the world. And it uses those large feet, of course, to scrape through the forest floor for its food.